Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the NXT review for the 14th of October 2020. If I were to call this show one thing, it would be flat. There were some good matches here, but storyline wise, they didn't give me reasons to tune in the upcoming weeks. They didn't really give me a reason to feel like watching this show was terribly worth my time. Especially with so much wrestling. I mean, you get 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown, that's 5. 2 hours of NXT, that's 7. 7 hours a week, that's a big commitment for some people. You know, that's almost just under 18% of your week. I mean, it's like a full work day just to follow WWE, and that doesn't even count if you follow other promotions. You've got to give me more to keep me enthralled. Anyway, show opens with Undisputed Era coming out. They cut a promo. O'Reilly, Fish, and Strong are here. Adam Cole is still out of action with rib injuries. O'Reilly's acting like the leader of the group at the moment. Anyway, so basically the idea here is Undisputed Era is going to be back better than ever. They're taking over. They are going to be the number one contenders for the tag team titles, and they'll get the tag belts back next week, or something like that, or soon, or in any way. Barbie Fish and Roderick Strong with Kyle O'Reilly defeat Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. Good match. Strong pins Lorcan to win probably the best tag match on NXT in a long while. I'd say 6 months. Undisputed Era becomes number one contenders as a result of the win. Lorcan and Strong do some really awesome grappling, almost a la like a Tim Thatcher. I'd love to see Larkin split off and have Thatcher as a mentor. I think that would be good for him. They work around based on a head scissors. Burch tags in. He goes after the arm of Strong. Fish comes in, but he goes after his opponents, and they do some double teams. Heat on I want to call him Martin Stone, but Danny Burch. Undisputed Era with a comeback. Go to commercial. Comeback from commercial. Undisputed Era has cut the ring in half. Hot tag to Burch. Burch cleans house. Fish makes a save for Strong in the Undisputed Era. Regain the advantage. Drop kicks on the heels. Lorcan goes nuts after hot tag and hits a double blockbuster. Fish jumps in, makes a save, but he's overpowered as Burch and Lorcan were on a roll. Then the match breaks down into a big fight. Burch gives Strong an axe bomber. Burch and Lorcan hit a double DDT. Lorcan goes for cover. Strong and Fish make the save, and Fish sends the partners together into each other. Jumping knee by Strong. Strong covers Lorcan for the win. NXT champ Finn Balor is indeed injured, and he says he needs surgery. We don't know the fate of the NXT championship. Regal says they're going to give that a few weeks and see what happens. A vignette profiling Amber Moon airs. They basically hype her journey back to NXT. She's at least intriguing. I wish they'd done this on the TakeOver show. I think that vignette would have done more for her than the awkward promo she did. Jake Atlas against Ashante the Adonis. Counters and reversals. Jake Atlas has something. Finding the right place for him is a really good idea. Adonis hits a good drop kick, and they brawl around. Mendoza and Wilde come out to ringside. Adonis is distracted. Atlas does a roll-up small package finish. Wilde and Mendoza attack Adonis after the match. Isn't he a heel? Why are they attacking a heel? Atlas makes a save for Adonis, and the heels run away. Escobar enters the stage. He looks at his henchman in disgust. Isaiah Swerve Scott comes out. And then he backs Atlas and Adonis. And I guess this sets up a 6-man tag at some point. Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory. Another good match here. Gargano pins Theory. Gargano out-wrestles Theory in the first few minutes, as he should with his experience advantage. Gargano kind of goes into autopilot on him a couple of times. Theory fires up and hits a standing moonsault for near fall. Gargano tries to cut him off. Gargano comes back and hits a drop kick. Theory comes out better on the striking end of things. They go to commercial. Gargano comes back with a Cobra twist when the show returns from the break. Theory hits a flapjack, and Theory blocks a super kick, but hits a neck breaker after a super kick of his own. Gargano cuts Theory off, flies through the ropes with a crossbody. Theory catches him and rolls through and got a fireman's carry. And Gargano hits a sunset flip. Theory hooked the legs. Then they trade strikes. Gargano hits Theory with a super kick. Gargano throws Theory into the corner, like the old lawn dart spot, a la Rey Mysterio into the side of the bus all those years ago. Gargano exchanged one final beat and covers Theory for a win. Really good match, proving Theory was something I've said all along. Theory has what it takes to be a main guy. Ripley and Raquel Welch almost get into a brawl backstage. Officials break them up. Candice LeRae against Shotzi Blackheart. This is much better than their previous offerings with each other. So LeRae pins Blackheart with cheating tactics, using brass knucks. LeRae becomes the number one contender to the Women's Championship. Blackheart goes nuts at the start, hits a dive. That's like the second or third tope of the evening. When will people learn that you should do these major high-flying moves when there are people in the building? Anyway, and I'm talking a good quantity of people, not a few hundred. Anyhow, Blackheart hits a fireman's carry into a jawbreaker on the knee. Ouch. LeRae cuts her off, and lots of cheating. Blackheart reversed a suplex, and they fight on the apron. Codebreaker type move on the apron. Show cuts to commercial, and they come back. And Blackheart with strike attacks. Near fall after a senton by Blackheart. Climbing the buckles, Blackheart off the top rope with a senton and double knees. LeRae hits a super German suplex. Follows with a super kick. Somehow Blackheart still kicks out. They're doing too much here, in my opinion. Tiger suplex for another near fall. LeRae strikes with a backstabber and a lion salt, and Blackheart out of that too. Blackheart with a modified version of a cattle mutilation. LeRae gets a rope break. Blackheart flying thresh press, and LeRae goes to the outside. Indy Hartwell comes out, and she hands LeRae a set of brass knuckles. LeRae punches Blackheart, gets a win. Drake Maverick shows Killian Dane new ideas for their team and a team name, matching gear, all that stuff. He's angry, or Dane is angry that they're booked with Imperium. Tori Storm defeats Aaliyah. Quick match here. Storm basically is in a squash. She has a bunch of fire and anger at the outside. Aaliyah gets very little offense. Storm finishes with a running lariat and the Storm Zero. Regal announces Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez is official for the Halloween Havoc show, and I think that's next week or the week after, but within the next few weeks. Xia Li approaches Regal and asks about making it a grudge match. He continues to tell her he's taking that into consideration. Imperium against Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. Not a fan of this. Bartel pins Maverick for the win. Heat on Maverick for the first several minutes. Imperium dominates him. Dane is taken down with a double team. Dane rallies and hot tagged Maverick. Maverick with a going nuts. Dane shoves him into the ring steps. Maverick off the top and gets caught by Ankner. Ankner hits a brain buster. Imperium tries a Doomsday uppercut, and Bartel covers for the win. Ever-Rise come out, and they bully Maverick. Dane levels them with dual lariats. Nobody hits you but me is the basic idea. That seems really abusive and kind of socially awkward. Anyway, main event. Again, a flat match. Damian Priest defeating Dexter Lumis. I don't care for Dexter Lumis. I don't care for Damian Priest. Priest has it when he's in there with the right person. He cannot carry people who are less. Anyway, so Dexter is there, and I don't know. It's kind of Lumis gives Priest a run for his money early, and I guess the goofy mustache and the serial killer BS is supposed to intrigue somebody. It doesn't intrigue me. Priest comes back with strikes, lands a high kick. Priest hits flying elbow smash and a Falcon Arrow for a near fall. Falcon Arrows seem popular on both promotions at this point. Priest goes nuts, and they go to commercial. Lumis comes back and hits a spine buster for a near fall. Priest hits a scissor kicks and a flatliner for a near fall of his own. Priest applies an ankle lock. Lumis escapes. Lumis counters into a razor's edge and gives Priest a side suplex. Lumis hits a leg drop, gets a near fall, misses a senton bomb. Priest hits a lariat, and Priest hits. And Priest manages to put his leg over the bottom rope. Lumis hits a series of moves, then Cameron Grimes comes out. Cameron Grimes hits a cave-in on Lumis, so I guess they're going back to that feud. Didn't they do that already? That's another thing. Like, there's no anticipation for feuds because everyone just wrestles everyone else. Priest seemingly unaware of the interference, goes for the South of Heaven, scores a pinfall. Priest puts on a leather vest and gives Grimes a reckoning. Gargano jumps Priest from behind on the stage, leaving him laying. Gargano kicks the chair into Priest's face and lays him out. Regal enters to address everybody. Regal says that LeRae is facing Io Shirai for the title at Halloween Havoc. This could be very good. He also says Gargano is set to face Priest in a match on that night as well. Regal throws to Blackheart, who's the host of Halloween Havoc. She announces that the match between Gargano and Priest will be Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal. Cool concept. Glad to see it return. But that is your NXT review. We'll be back with more right after this.